Goblinheart, a Fairy Tale by Brett Axel and Tara Beitelsbacher. For as long as Julep could remember, tribe elders have said, "When you come of age, wings will sprout from your back, and you will take your place with the other fairies of our tribe as a tender of the leaves of our magnificent tree." Julep tried to smile, but didn't like the thought of growing up to be a fairy. Their tree was magnificent, no doubt, and Julep wanted to help care for it as all of the elders of the tribe did, but as a goblin. Only half of the youngers grew wings and became fairies. The rest grew claws when they came of age and took their place with the other goblins as tenders of the roots of their tribe's tree. "I like leaves," Julep told the elders, "but I love roots." "As a younger, you have mostly dew cream for food. When you are a fairy, you will eat berries every day," elders would offer. "Berries are nice," Julep always responded, "but what could be better than chewing on bark like goblins do?" "I suppose nothing, if you are a goblin," the elders would sigh. Julep hoped the elders had made a mistake. When the time came, Julep hoped to grow claws rather than wings. Julep hoped so hard that when wings did grow, they were a surprise. On a day shortly after Julep's wings grew, Julep and the other youngers who had come of age were brought together in the tribe square. On one side of the square, 2 fairy elders were there to teach the new fairies about tending to leaves. On another side, 2 goblin elders were there to teach the new goblins about tending to roots. When they were asked to go to their groups, Julep stood still for a moment, thinking, not sure what to do. Finally, Julep lined up with the new goblins. Youngers and elders alike knew it was unkind to laugh at people, but Julep heard a few chuckles and saw some hands cover mouths in an effort not to laugh. "I believe you belong over there with the other new fairies," one of the eldest goblins told Julep. Julep shook a little, but remained brave. After taking a deep, slow breath, Julep replied, "I know that you believe that I belong with the fairies. I certainly understand why you would. But even though I look like a fairy, I am sure I am really a goblin." There were a few more chuckles, but not as many, and some of the tribe, elders and youngers alike, seemed thoughtful rather than amused. The elders conferred again. This time, more of them joined. They spoke for longer, and when they realized they were speaking louder than a whisper, they moved further away. When the elders returned to the square, an elder goblin announced their decision. "We will let Julep go with the goblins today. Perhaps tomorrow, after seeing how difficult digging is, flying will be more appealing to Julep." Underground, the goblin lesson was hard work. Some of the young goblins complained. Their claws were not fully grown yet, nor were their arms as strong as the elders. Julep had no claws at all, but did not complain once. By the end of the day, Julep was tired and dirty, but happy to have been treated like a goblin. That night, Julep made a vest that would hold wings down. Then a pair of gauntlets with stone claws for digging. The next morning, Julep lined up with the other goblins, wearing the vest and gauntlets, and this time no one laughed. In the weeks that followed, some of the goblins, elder and younger, had Julep make gauntlets for them as well. In the spring, tribes were so busy with the needs of the trees that they did not have time to visit each other. At the start of summer, there was a festival where tribes from nearby trees gathered to feast, sing, dance, and trade. Julep made gauntlets to offer for trade. The tribe was proud of Julep's gauntlets, but some worried that other tribes might not understand Julep. Julep worried about this too, but tried not to show it. When the time came, Julep's tribe loaded up their wagons, and traveled to the festival grounds. Friends helped Julep set up a booth to show the gauntlets. Goblins and fairies from the nearby tribes liked the gauntlets. In a short time, there was a crowd around Julep's booth. When Julep turned around to pick up more gauntlets, someone noticed wings sticking out from under Julep's vest. "Are you a fairy?" asked a goblin. "No," Julep replied. "But those are wings under that vest," insisted more goblins. "Yes, I grew wings rather than claws, but I am as much a goblin as you are," Julep told them. "How can that be?" asked a fairy. "Because I am a goblin on the inside," Julep answered. A younger spoke up from near the back of the crowd. "My name is Tuck. I'm told I will grow claws and become a goblin next spring, but I feel like a fairy inside. I like roots, but I love leaves. Bark is fine, I'm sure, but what could be better to eat than berries?" Julep smiled at Tuck. "I hope your tribe will be as understanding of you as my tribe has been of me," Julep replied. Some of the elders from Tuck's tribe gathered to one side to talk in whispers. After a moment, they returned and told Julep and Tuck, "It isn't going to be easy, but we think we have an idea about how to make Tuck some wings." The end.